Hello, everyone. If you thought you knew what incompetence is, think again, because incompetence, you've not met Tinubu, master strategies in the mud. The ambassadorial list has been sent over to the Senate for confirmation, and guess what happened? One of the nominees has been dead for, for over 5 months. Yes, you heard that right. Someone who is late, has been dead, was part of the nomination that was made, and people will sit down and think that there is governance. And this is not the first time this is happening. It continues to happen. There's impunity. People are not doing their work. You don't even know. So does that mean that before they do this nomination and everything, send people's name to Senate, that they don't call the people? They don't do checks? DSS doesn't do check. Nobody does check. No, they don't carry the list and say, take and vet it. Or nobody calls you to say, oh, hello, you're being considered for this thing. Is it something that you like to do? Because I've heard a lot where people will say that they were just sitting down when they heard their names being announced for something. For me, I just feel that's the greatest insult anybody can give to me. That you didn't think, that you just assume that you're going to give me position, then you start announcing it. You didn't call me to find out whether I want it or I don't want it. Do I want my name to be on that list? Why not want my name to be on that list? But you just assume that because it's you now, or God don't put your name for list, so that means you must be on that list, kind of a thing. But this says a lot. And does that also mean that DSS is not vetted? Because normally these are very, what am I even talking about? That's not even a list of ambassadors. That's just a list, like somebody says, hey, it looks like a crime list. Not ambassadors, because we literally see a lot of people with different whatever in there. But it really calls to question, what then is the work of DSS that are supposed to vet and check and be sure that these people are upstanding, they don't have anything that is hidden somewhere. Especially when you are putting people in a sensitive position that has to do with the state, you must be sure that there's nothing that somebody can use against them, to blackmail them, because that's the worst thing. If someone is being blackmailed, the whole country is at risk, because they can do and undo a whole lot. So these are things that they check. Is that something that is going to come back and, sort of like hunt the country or give it a bad name or whatever? If somebody said these tests were done, how come DSS or whoever it is that was supposed to be there did not detect that this man, has been late to the extent that you now see it, being read out on the floor of the Senate? Where and you see here, just take a look at this, where you see the Senate President Akpabio actually reading that out.
For Yobe State, we have Adamu Garba Taba Nagri. Let me read that again. For Yobe State, we have Adamu Garba Taba Nangri. Whilst I hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the appointments of the nominees expeditiously, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief, Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This second list again is referred to the Committee on Foreign Affairs to report back within 1 week.
So that's it. You watch that, right? So the first time you're seeing this, like, okay, is this fake news? I had to go and check, and then I actually saw it on the Senate President really actually reading it out. And then Chidi Odunkalo had this. He said, did Tinubu, because he used his Twitter handle, just nominate Senator Adamu Garba Taliba, the former senator for Yobe South, who died on 14 July 2025, as an ambassador designate from Yobe State? He was asking that question, and then you have and of course it's something that really happened, because you have the Daily Trust with the full list of what it is that the names of the people that had come out. So this really brings to question the lot of the things that are happening are there. But then somebody here says, it seems they are different persons. The name of the appointee is Adamu Garba Taliba Ningi. Still, it doesn't deny the fact that the ancient of days is as old as he went on to say. And so I think there's another thing that is coming out now to say that it's probably not him, but another person. Maybe they share similar names with one way or the other. Then Jibril Okutekpa say, Prof, maybe the president, not my president, by the way, wants Nigeria ambassador to appease the ancestors in the grave. We need ambassadors to make case for us from our ancestors. The Nigerian government is not government of the people, by the people. It is government of the privileged few. Marvelous Israel said Buhari broke record. First, he nominated the dead for positions too, and then ruled the living from the dead. Tinubu just nominated the dead to serve the living. Let's see if the later will ever happen. And then, yeah, he would represent in the land of the dead. But as it is, we'll see, let's continue to see where is it the same person or is it another person where there is sort of like a coincidence in terms of the names that are there. I remember one time when Moghalu there was someone called Moghalu who had been given an appointment by Buhari, and then it was so embarrassing when what's his name, Femi Falana, I thought it was the same Moghalu that had run for presidency, and they met at an event, and he really blasted him off, and it turned out not to be that that Moghalu, and it was so embarrassing. Of course, the other Moghalu had to demand for public apology on that one. But hey, let's see as we continue to watch the news and say, is it the same person or a different person who happen to have two similar names that are two similar names that are there? Well, thank you so much for watching.